hot stock Trulieve tumbling today after reporting an earnings miss for its latest quarter. The company, though, did post record revenue for the year, coming in at more than $1.2 billion in 2022. That's a 32% increase from the prior year. CEO Kim Rivers joins us now with more on the results. Kim, great to see you again.
Great to see you as well.
As I understand it, there's some inventory issues that still need to be worked out, and that is putting some pressure on margins. And I'm wondering, we've heard that from the likes of Target and Walmart. So I guess maybe cannabis is not an exception there. But how long will that take to work out, and how will you unload that inventory?
Yeah, I think for us it's a little bit different in that we had a very large-scale facility come online during this year, and so we ran production capacity in parallel for a little while we got the kinks worked out of that facility, which is now coming online at a significantly lower cost per gram, which will flow through into this next year. Our plan is to be at a normalized state by the end of 2023.
Florida has always been at the heart of the Trulieve story, Kim, and a lot of analysts are saying that 2023 is going to be a setup for 2024. So what can you tell us in terms of what you're expecting and how this new facility that you're betting on is going to come online and help 2024?
Yeah, so we've got a lot of moving parts across all of our markets. In Florida in particular, where we have leading market share in retail presence, what we're seeing, and again, indicative of what we're seeing in consumer patterns across the board, is we are seeing customer retention, which is a great news as we go through this cycle, given the macro pressure. We're seeing increased traffic, but pressure on basket. And so we're seeing consumers trade down. So from mid-tier primarily into our value segment. And we do have, of course, a number of offerings at value, so we are able to meet them where they are. But what that's doing is it's pressuring top line. So, we indicated we think that, Q1, for example, will be down, call it mid-single digits. But again, that customer retention number for us, which has been holding strong at 75-76%, is key as we come out of what may be, maybe not, a recession here. And as we see some relief on that wallet, with a reminder that we're a cash-only business, we expect to be set up nicely for that next phase of growth. In 2024, we've been investing in a ballot initiative in Florida. We've passed the million raw signature count of 890,000 validated signatures that are required for recreational or adult use to be on the ballot in 2024. What that would do for the state of Florida is we would anticipate that would be approximately a $6 billion market with 138 million tourists and 21 million residents in our home state. So we're set up very nicely. As I mentioned, we've got that capacity that's coming online at that lower cost per gram, along with well over 100 store locations in Florida.
Kim, good to see you. Thanks. Kim Rivers,
Thanks.
Trulieve. Tim, quickly, what's the trade here?
Well, Trulieve's got the highest operating cash flow, one of them in the industry. This is an industry that is going through some painful times on capital markets and access to capital. One of the great inconsistencies, and if any of this is overcome in the next 18 months, and I think this could come from the White House, it doesn't require legislation, it's the inconsistency. The taxation in the sector is absurd. You can't legalize it and still treat it like it's a Schedule I and that these drugs should not be served. So tough time for cannabis companies, but I tell you, Trulieve and a handful of others are making it through.